kitchen with your nose. You can always count on certain things, and Walmart's one of those.
One reason why you can always count on Walmart and the products we sell is that the products we sell are the brands you can always trust. You wouldn't have it any other way, and neither would we.
Always.
When it comes to retail, nobody beats Walmart. Walmart is the largest company in the world by revenue and has over 11,000 stores in 27 countries. Even though the company is a retail giant now, it all started way back in 1962 with just one store and by a man named Sam Walton who had a vision to provide a little more to customers than they want. Hello, I'm Jayesh and you're watching Hustlers TV. In this video, we will see how Sam Walton started Walmart and how it grew into this retail giant. Samuel Moore Walton was born in 1918 to Thomas Walton and Nancy Lee at Kingfisher, Oklahoma. Until 1923, the family lived on a farm. However, farming did not provide enough money to raise a family, hence his father Thomas Walton went into farm mortgaging business. He worked for his brother's Walton Mortgage Company, who was an agent for Metropolitan Life Insurance, where he foreclosed on farms during the Great Depression. The Walton family moved out of Oklahoma from one small town to another for several years, eventually settling in Columbia, Missouri. Growing during the Great Depression, along with studying, Sam did chores to help make financial ends meet for his family, as it was common at that time. He milked the family cow, bottled the surplus, and drove it to the customers for selling. In addition to this, he would deliver newspapers and sell magazine subscriptions. Upon graduating from David H. Hitchkin High School in Columbia, he was voted the most versatile boy. After high school, Walton decided to attend college, hoping to find a better way to support his family. He attended the University of Missouri as an ROTC cadet. During this time, he worked various odd jobs, including waiting tables in exchange for meals. In 1940, he graduated with a bachelor's degree in economics and was voted the permanent president of the class. 3 days after graduating from college, Walton joined J.C. Penney as a management trainee in Iowa. This job paid him $75 a month. Walton spent approximately 18 months with J.C. Penney and resigned in 1942 in anticipation of being inducted in the military for service in World War II. Walton joined the military in U.S. Army Intelligence Corps, supervising security at aircraft plants and prisoners of war camps. In this position, he served at Fort Douglas in Salt Lake City, Utah. He eventually reached the rank of a captain. The next year in 1943, he got married to Helen Robson. While serving in the army, Walton realized that he wanted to go into retailing and start a business for himself instead doing a job. In 1945, the World War II got over and Walton left the military. He was 26 at this time. With high hopes of starting a retail business, he took $20,000 loan from his father-in-law and added $5,000 which he had saved from his time in the army and purchased a Ben Franklin variety store in Newport, Arkansas. This was his first retail store. Walton focused on selling products at low price to get higher volume sales at lower profit margin. His store was a huge success. Sales volume grew from $80,000 to $225,000 in just 3 years. Unfortunately, this rapid growth cost him the store. Because of the store's popularity, Walton drew the attention of his landlord, P.K. Holmes, whose family had a history in retail. Holmes desired to claim the store and franchisee rights for his son and refused to renew the lease. The lack of renewal option and increase in rent forced Walton out of his successful store. Holmes bought the store inventory and fixtures for $40,000, which Walton thought was a fair price. With a year left on the lease but the store effectively sold, he and his wife Helen and his father-in-law managed to negotiate the purchase of a new location on the downtown square of Bentonville, Arkansas. Having learned the lesson previously, Walton negotiated the purchase of a small discount store on the condition that he get a 99-year lease to expand into the shop next door. The owner of the shop next door refused 6 times and Walton gave up on the Bentonville location. Without Sam's knowledge, his father-in-law paid the shop owner a final visit and $20,000 to secure the lease. Walton had just enough money from the sale of his first store to close the deal and reimburse his father-in-law. The store opened on 9th of May 1950 and was named Walton's Five and Dime. Today that store has become a Walmart museum. Before he bought the store, it was doing $72,000 in sales, and it increased to $105,000 in the first year, and then $140,000 and $175,000 in following year. After succeeding with 2 stores, Sam became enthusiastic on opening more Ben Franklin franchises. Sam spent countless hours behind the wheel along with his brother James Bud Walton to look for a new location to the store. In 1954, he opened a store with his brother Bud in a shopping center in Ruskin Heights, a suburb of Kansas City, Missouri. With the help of his brother and father-in-law, Sam went on to open many variety stores. By 1962, along with his brother Bud, he owned 16 stores in Missouri and Kansas. In 1962, Sam Walton opened his first Walmart Discount City store in Rogers, Arkansas. Walmart's business model was to open stores in rural areas instead of big cities, as they were already occupied by well-established retail giants. His low-price approach to retail soon became a model that all Walmart stores would follow: sell brand merchandise at lower price. Walton's model offered 2 advantages. First, existing competition was limited, and secondly, if a store was large enough to control a business in a town and its surrounding areas, other merchants would be discouraged from entering the market. This strategy proved to be successful. By 1967, the Walton family owned 24 stores, ringing up $12.7 million in sales. The company was incorporated as Walmart Incorporation on 31st of October 1969. The name was changed to Walmart Stores in 1970. In 1972, the company got listed on the New York Stock Exchange. The first stock of Walmart was sold at $16.50 per share. After the IPO, Walmart continued rapid expansion, opening more stores across America. By 1980, the company reached $1 billion in annual sales, faster than any other company at that time. The same year, they set up the Walton Family Foundation. In 1983, the first Sam's Club was opened in Midwest, Oklahoma, and the company replaced the cash registers with computerized point-of-sale system, enabling fast and accurate checkout. In 1987, to cater their customer needs, the company installed the largest private satellite communication system in the US, linking the company's operation through voice, data, and video communication. In 1987, Walmart celebrated their 25th anniversary. By this time, there were 1,198 stores with sales of over $15.9 billion and over 200,000 employees. The next year in 1988, the first Walmart Supercenter opened in Washington, Missouri, combining general merchandise and a full-scale supermarket to provide one-stop shopping service. Walmart celebrated its first $1 billion sales week in 1993, first $100 billion sales year in 1997, and in 2009, the company exceeded $400 billion in annual sales. In March 1992, Sam Walton was honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom from then-President George H.W. Bush. Just 1 month after this, on 5th of April 1992, Sam Walton passed away in Little Rock, Arkansas. At the time of his death, his company employed 380,000 people with an annual sales of over $50 billion and had over 2,000 stores. He left his ownership in Walmart to his wife and 3 children. After his death, his son Rob Walton became the chairman of the board. In the 90s, under Rob Walton's leadership, the company went global and opened stores across the world. Here's a quick rundown. In 1994, Walmart expanded into Canada with the purchase of 122 Volco stores. In 1996, Walmart opened its first store in China. In 1998, Walmart entered the UK with acquisition of Asda. In 2002, for the first time, Walmart tops the Fortune 500 ranking of America's largest companies. The same year, Walmart entered the Japanese market through its investment in CU. In 2007, Walmart launches its e-commerce store Walmart.com, enabling customers to make a purchase online and pick up merchandise in stores. In 2010, Walmart entered India with a joint venture Bharti Walmart. In 2013, Walmart acquired the entire business. In 2011, Walmart expanded its business into South Africa by acquiring 51% of Massmart Holding Limited. With this acquisition, Walmart had over 10,000 stores around the world. Since 2011, Walmart has acquired several e-commerce companies around the world to get a chunk of the growing online retail business. Some of the acquisitions are Yihaodian, Jet.com, Moosejaw, ModCloth, Bonobos, Parcel, Shoebuy, Flipkart, and several others. Today, Walmart operates approximately 11,500 stores, under 56 banners in 27 countries, an e-commerce website in 10 countries. They employ approximately 2.2 million people around the world, 1.5 million just in US, and serves more than 200 million customers each week around the world and does an annual sales of over $500 billion. There's more to Walmart and Sam Walton than what I've covered, hence I would encourage you guys to read his autobiography, Sam Walton Made in America. You'll find the link of the book in the description. Also, if you're interested, I have linked an article from Walmart's website on Sam Walton's 10 rules for building a business. Feel free to check it out. So that's it for today, guys. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with your friends on Facebook, WhatsApp and Reddit. If you're new here, then please consider subscribing and do check out our other videos. Please share your views about Walmart and Sam Walton in the comments. Also, if you're having any video recommendations, then please let us know in the comments too. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.